Heat 4. I'm Alexander Ned here for the Giggity Racing League. Going to give you some great action here from ISM, formerly known as Phoenix International Raceway, where we have the B main event, where we have a couple of drivers trying to race their way into the A main event. Keep in mind, only the top two people will be able to get their position saved and locked into the next round. Here at ISM, we will have just 25% race for these drivers to have a chance to get their name into the big book. Excuse me, 13%. Guys, I'm excited. Before we start this race and before we get going, I do want to welcome in some of my colleagues who I don't know everybody that will actually be calling the race here with me, but I'm excited to have you guys around. It's my first actually race that I'll be here with Giggity Racing League. So again, I'm Alexander Ned, and
have fun.
alrighty. There you go, guys. Looks like we got the race already in action. Up front, it's going to be Dark Knight. That 31 machine. Keep in mind, this is a 13% race. Real damage is going to be 41 laps. I don't know exactly how many laps there are going to be, and I don't believe stages are on.
41. 41 there, Alex, I believe.
41, and there are no stages, correct?
Don't believe so. I think it might be just cautions on. That's how it was for the truck B main the other night. I believe that's the same way as this one. I think it's just cautions on.
For the dashes, yeah. They should just be running it. Running 13%er. And it looks like, man, Dark Knight doing a great job. You see the pink, looking good. You know, everyone remember October. So let's think about our bodies. Let's think about our loved ones' bodies. Be aware.
Alright, just got confirmation. It's no stages. No caution, and I think damage is on.
Yes, damage is on, and it's ×2 tire wear. We believe these guys will have to make one pit stop during the length of this run. Battle for the lead, actually a change for the lead. Life at the plant. Right now, as they run Life at the Plant and Dark Knight, that's the two that will transfer into the A main event. Everyone else behind them needs to get going as far as strategy and or trying to get their car up into this 1 or 2 position in order to advance to tonight's main event, which is, again, a 50% race that we will be bringing to you live shortly right after this one. See if we can go through the rest of the pack. There, Nick.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, it's really spread out a lot, but you gotta think, this is custom setups, right? And ISM is tough enough as it is to run consistent laps, you know, one after another. And Life as a Plan, he's looking strong right now. I want to see if he can hold it for the long run, because the way the tires wear nowadays, it's so different than PPV. It's gonna be interesting.
Yes, and keep in mind here, something that a lot of these drivers are... Ooh, got a car on the wall right there. I'm sorry, everybody has a pink paint scheme, so not only is that going to be a little harder to differentiate, but with the custom race scheme... Oh, got a crash in a round in turn 4. Who was that? That's the yellow flag out. So we fall under caution here. This is a crucial part of this race in order for these guys to make significant adjustments. It's the first time we're going to have a restart, and these guys are going to have to make critical adjustments within 45 seconds in order to compete and get back up to the front. I believe this restart is going to be very important because right now this is the first time we can see these guys actually work on their car. This could set them up for the finish.
You know, you mentioned making adjustments. This just may be kind of a godsend for the guys that are stuck in the back right now. And maybe they don't want to make any changes. They just need to get back, group together, and hope for the best on this restart. What's good about this, what I really like about ISM now and how they move that start-finish line is there's so much room. So much room when it goes. I can't wait. Let's see what happens.
Green flag is out. You see him fan out. Nothing on this racetrack is out of bounds. You see two, almost three wide racing heading into turn one. It's like they're all going to be clean and green.
Yeah,
and a
Green
battle
does a
up
good
front.
job.
That 40 car to the outside, trying to make that outside lane work. It's Dark Knight in that 31 car. Gives a shove to the leader. He looks to make it three wide. Look at this move to the inside. He pushes the 55 up the racetrack. He'll take the lead out of four.
My gosh, what moves, man. These guys are running really well around each other. I love it. And they didn't even bump
Oh,
into
got a car around. Right in
Big wreck,
mid-pack.
big wreck.
Of
Couple
course,
cars
as soon as
involved.
I say that. Holy cow.
That does
Dark
trigger
Knight.
our second yellow flag. And I don't know again who that was. I believe that was the 16 car mid-pack. But they were getting everything they could out of that first lap there. It proved beneficial for some, others not so much.
Shoot. Yeah, I'm still trying to get into the YouTube channel here, so I'm a little behind because I'm only watching what you guys already have playing, so I'm a few seconds behind. But it's fun. I get to listen to some excitement from our boy Alex. Thank you, man, for joining for Giggity, dude. Like, I miss working with you, dude. You're the man. You're the man. Everyone says it. All right, I'm not gonna get your head all, in the clouds, but it's gonna be a fun time, man. You got me pumped up, and
Wow.
Grim, you got a ton of energy too, man. Let's hear it. I can't wait. I'm gonna try and restart my PS4. I could just join right back into you.
Yeah, we'll be able to send you a,
Well, no, he'll be
that.
able to join back. He's been.
All
Oh
right.
yeah. Actually, make it better. I can actually figure out how to get you back in without actually technically sending an
No, I
invite.
should.
So what
I
you
should
do?
be able to join right back in because it's not mine. You already invited me once, I think.
Well, no, I'm talking about the race. Race
Yeah,
wise,
I know how to get back into that.
with the home
I'm good.
PlayStation button and then do it that way.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
All right, bro. All
See you in a
right.
bit.
all right,
All
Dark
right,
Knight
so we
still
see Dark
leading
Knight.
here in a good, healthy lead.
By the way,
Right in front
Alex,
of Jake Guru in that 24 machine.
he just got signed with Underdog Racing this week. He's a new driver for us.
Well, that's
Yeah,
awesome. He's putting on one
yeah.
heck of a show
Oh,
right
yeah.
now
Yeah, he's
and
testing the
doing
waters.
exactly what
with
he
his
needs to do.
guys. I'm proud of him, honestly. He's doing a good job.
These guys have put a distance. Oh, got a car around in the back of the pack. That is the 46 Life of the Plant. The 16 machine again involved in a single car incident, and this does not trigger the in-game yellow. So his fate now falls in the hand of the rest of the field. Car in the
car in
wall,
the
inside
wall.
wall hard. That was the 99.
That was 39. Go with the flow. You hit the inside
Man,
wall
talk
down
about
front.
being in the back of the pack here. How difficult is it on new tires to work your way up front here, Grim?
For me, wise, this ain't one of my favorite Forte tracks. Just I can't race this track. It's very challenging because you got to figure out what entries, because this track has two different entries for this track, and you got to really learn it. Little fresher tires, yeah, you got somewhat advantage. You just got to keep your pace and not burn the right front off, because it does evaporate really quickly these couple of there.
When we talk about ISM Raceway, we often think about some of the mechanical issues that we see. Ooh, man, the 4-car gave the 26 a shot into turn one right there. But we often talk about some of the mechanical issues these drivers face, and that is melting that right bead. With tire wear now being a factor in NASCAR Heat 4, do you think these guys are going to be abusing that right front? Could we see more tire failures, not only in this race, but in the main event later on?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because people are trying to go every inch they possibly can to make up positions. Like if they're deep in the field and they screw themselves over, they'll do everything possible to run the car to its breaking point just to get ground back up, hopefully for a caution later on.
So what is that line? What can drivers do inside the race car? This is all new to us here for NASCAR Heat 4. What do we do to save that right front tire like these guys in real life? Oh, got to spin off the turn 4. That is the 44. Mike 99 goes for a loop in turn number 4. Again, another single car incident. And again, another driver that will need the aid of a yellow flag in order for his chance to advance to the main. But again, there, Grim, what do we do about trying to save that right front?
See, with me running Xfinity, I don't know if it works for Cup. If you run a higher lane, it doesn't stop the tire wear, but it does slow it down. The higher grooves actually make your tires last longer. Running the bottom, kind of like most of these guys, like I see, I believe it was, let's see who that was. I believe that was Creed. One of the Ford drivers, oh, that was, my bad. He gone first. Him running the bottom like that, he's going to burn that right front off a lot quicker than the guys like the leader and Dark are running a little higher off of the bottom line. So they're going to not burn their tires off that much.
You see a battle shaking up for this second place, and this is important here. The 31, that's Dark Knight to the high side. He gone first, battling in that third position here. Dark Knight has a spot. The 52 car wants it, and this is important because that will be the final transfer spot into the main. Do we know how many laps to go?
Let me check here. I don't know if anybody's got a stream going real quick. I think Dark Knight might have one. Let me check Underdog Racing real quick, guys. I think he posted a link to his for his stream.
Pressure is building all along. Jake Grew did get around Dark Knight for the position. That is your leader currently right now, but this battle for second place, again, important. See Dark Knight there. Wow, good run underneath that Mustang. Trying to get, he gone first all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, and again, there's no out of bounds. That yellow line, more of a reference these guys can use to make the corner. But these guys battling side by side is allowing everyone a chance to perhaps get into the main.
I'm right on with Dark Knight on his stream right now. We are going to have 16 to go, I believe.
This is the point of the race where these guys, tire wear is definitely going to become an issue. If you're abusing that right front, it's going to show right here. Car's not going to be able to turn. You see, Dark Knight might be struggling on the long term. As he gone first. Oh, first, a mistake and around. Hard into the inside wall. Battling for the transfer spot, and it goes away for he gone first in that third position. Major damage to the front end of that machine.
As we see that with Maddie actually going to the pits right now, maybe a strategy for the end of this thing where everybody's going to have to pit. Mike spun around too, by the way, right across start finish line.
Couple of single car incidents. We do have a couple of cars on pit road, but keep in mind the guys that we're following, Jake Guru and Dark Knight, these guys have the lead, and our leader, nope, he's not going in this time by, neither is Dark Knight. At the stripe, it'll be less than 15 to go. Battle for second heating up. Look at this 4 car looking underneath. Oh, Dark Knight put him in a almost the same position that we saw he gone first go around.
13 to go this time by. Actually be 12 to go. They come back to the line. 12 to go.
And changing hand. 4 car muscles his way to the inside. Dark Knight tries to take it back. A crossover move. A crossover move times 2. 4 car back in the gas. He'll clear Dark Knight out of 4.
God, the crossover is insane for this race. They're all battling for that spot.
Have to wonder if push is going to come to shove here. But the balance on that 31 machine just not to his liking. And Dark Knight, I was actually in a party chat with him. He was going to be locked in, but a driver that was already locked in, I guess qualified dead last, that used up a provisional. And unfortunately, oh, the 4 car spins right in front of him. The 4 car's around. Actually, a couple of cars there at the start finish line. Did that trigger the yellow flag? I think it did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's going to bring them to 9 to go when it goes back green again.
Wow.
Right now, see, right now, that probably just helped Maddie. Because again, Matty was pit road. He is good to go for the rest of this race. He mind saying he's 2 laps down. But same time is though, he don't have to go pit again.
Yeah, but he'll if these leaders, which we expect all these leaders to go ahead and take 4 tires, and why not? You're not going to get, you know, the consequence of losing any time. But this is going to be a dramatic restart, to say the least. All right, so Dark Knight in second, Jake Guru on the inside. And they restart here with 9 laps to go, coming to the line. Green flag is out. Who advances their way in to ISM later on tonight? Dark Knight to the bottom of the racetrack, almost gets into the side, across the remove, muscles his way through, able to get the lead. Dark Knight gets it out of turn 2 as they slam behind them. 29 looking underneath now. An aggressive move made by the 31, and Jay Guru falls victim to it. 5 wide as they go through the dogleg, heading into turn 1. Man, keep in mind, you don't just need to win this race. You can finish second, so that second place very much under attack. Flirting with disaster in that 4 car, trying to get there. Creed right now in that 55 has the second position. Flirting with disaster though, right on his heels. How many laps to go coming to the stripe there, Grim?
Check real quick. Right now. We're 5 to go.
All right, 5 to go. It'll be 4 to go this time by Creed 01 and Dark Knight holding the 2 transfer spots. They are 2 and 3 wide racing behind them, but the battle for second is heating up to the outside. Flirting with disaster, trying to make that outside lane work. Car in the wall behind them.
Yeah, hard wreck. I don't know who that was.
Looks like it's a single car incident.
It might have been the 29 of Harvick.
55 of Creed muscles his way. Look, he put Flirting with disaster all the way up in the wall. Look who's going to try and benefit from it to the inside. What a power move to get around 2 for 1, and that was he gone first. Back up to position. Keep in mind, he had spun just a couple of laps ago. 3 to go that time by, 2 to go the next time they cross the stripe. Wow, that 58 machine. They were battling for second really hard. He gone first in Creed, and that allowed this 56 machine to drive just underneath them. 2 to go this time by. That is the biggest lead we've seen today. This 56 car, 58, might be able to apply a little bit of pressure to the 31. Dark Knight was an aggressive move to get to the lead, man. He was not going to be denied. Hey, a battle for the win. What better way to solidify your place in the main than to win this race in the 58 car? He's not possibly thinking about that. The white flag is out. One lap to go in the B event.
1 to go. Noco 1 to go in this B main event here, guys.
Dark Knight keeping it defensive line, but the 58 trying to look underneath. They're side by side. He's in position to do a crossover move. We've seen this happen before. Lays off just a little bit. Not going to be able to provide the attack. Dark Knight and he gone first. Going to score their way into the main by winning 1 and 2. The rest of the field is not. An aggressive move made by the 31, that Toyota Camry, and the 58, that Ford Mustang, through the misfortune of 2 other guys battling for that second position, able to scoot his way into second. They're going to be in tonight's A main event at ISM. Woo. Guys, if that was anything like what we expect to see later on today, I am excited. All right, guys, so we are going to try and take care of some technical aspects. But again, congratulations to Dark Knight and He Gone First. Those are the two drivers that will be racing their way into tonight's race at ISM. Again, that race will be ×2. I don't know if damage will be on, but it's a custom setup race, and it will be 50%. Who will win in the desert? We will find out here in just a couple of moments. Green flag in just a few moments.